Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another Conquest video guide. Now you'll be able to find this and all my other Conquest guides on my SWGOH for Life website. If you haven't seen it yet, go and check it out, there'll be a link in the description below. You've got all the resources you need there for Conquest, such as my daily plan if you want to follow along every day, just showing you different recommendations in my feeds guide, enemies tool, and of course these video guides now that I'm doing as well. Now in this particular one I'll be going up against mini boss and final boss here in sector 1, just showing you the teams that I used that quite easily completed all the feats here. I mean in sector 1 it's not going to be too challenging, you can pretty much use whatever you've got. So anyway, let's just start off first with the mini boss, Jawas. The data these that I'll be rocking, ruthless defense and defensive formation. Not sure do they really play here data this much role anyway here in sector 1, but just that you are aware of what I'll be using here for the mini boss. Now in terms of feats, pretty straightforward. You have to win without any support units in your squad, and also you have to win without surviving. Now unfortunately is a support unit, so you can't do this all the feats in a single battle, you'll have to do it in 2 battles. Now in terms of the modifier for Jawas, it just looks like it's a standard modifier that we see in galactic challenges, where whenever thermal detonator explodes they recover protection, then they're also applying some extra thermal detonators on you guys and things like that. So to get around from being overwhelmed by thermal detonators, I think it's good to use some sort of team with tenacity up, like Bad Batch or here Rex 501st. Obviously if you do have a Galactic Legend, by all means do use them, because then you can get tenacity up and then you can't get thermal detonators applied on you. So this is pretty cool, as you will see here now. Rex obviously goes first, uses form up, everybody gain tenacity up for 3 turns. And you have to find the scavenger. Which one is it? Oh, there you go. So yeah, take scavenger out, so then you don't need to worry about him applying thermal detonators as well whenever your tenacity up expires. There we go, we got him there. Obviously do make sure to put a taunt up on 5s if you do have a low gear there. Uror, because Jawas, they do have a couple of AoEs, but they don't do a whole lot of damage, so even I think like a gear 8 Uror shouldn't be having issues surviving. So they go pretty safe forward here, just going after Nebit now, again using form up, regaining the tenacity up, and just using aerial advantage on Java Engineer, and that's it. Your feat completed quite easily here. So we do have now the one we have to win without using support units. Now because we have sector 1 Jedi feat as well as the global Jedi feat, you can just put some sort of Jedi team here together. Both Julie and Barrys are actually healers, not support, so you can go ahead and use them. Again, if you do have Galactic Legends, you can use Kenobi as well or Luke. I'm just trying to use as much non-Galactic Legend teams as possible. The reason why I did Jedi Knight Revan lead, because you do start with tenacity up, but only for 1 turn on here. Unfortunately, Grandmaster Yoda, his supports, you wouldn't be able to use him here for this particular feat to gain tenacity up, but luckily here with both Luke and Anakin, you're doing a lot of damage here, so you should be able to get these guys out before those thermal detonators really get out of hand. There we go, calling for assist on Luke, and down goes Java. And this is how I completed both his here in sector 1 versus the mini boss versus Jawas. So let's now hop over to the final boss here node in sector 1, just showing the data this set. So same as mini boss really, I just had ruthless swiftness a little bit there. Again, data this set so far, not really impressed with what I've seen, but hey, let's wait and see how things will go. So this one we're going up against 5th brother Inquisitor, and in terms of feats you have to win with 7 sisters surviving, and then Hokey Legions we have to win without using any Jedi or Sith. So pretty straightforward here feats, I would say. Even if you do have a low gear 7th sister, you just put some strong team around her to protect her, and they can quickly get rid of Inquisitors. The modifier for the boss is just standard Inquisitor modifier from Galactic Challenges with Fatigue and Coup de Grace and things like that. So the team I'll be going in with is Palpatine, because 7th sister, she's Empire. So if she gets a turn on the Palpatine lead, she can apply maybe a little more purge and so on. Now in the speed of my Darth Vader there, as you see, is 300, but obviously at 90% stamina I think speed would be like what, 270 or something. So just as a point of reference of how fast your Darth Vader needs to be, that, you know, guarantee that he does go first so you can get your turn meter train rolling. You cannot hide forever, Jedi. Dude, do you see any Jedi here on anywhere? What was that about? Anyway, start with Force Crush until Merciless, and you know, Vader pretty much handles these guys very easily. You gotta be careful, try to prioritize taking out 7th sister, because she's constantly getting bonus turn meter when you're hitting her allies. And then also she's got a dispel, so she could dispel your pre-taunter, and then they will be able to potentially go after your 7th sister. I applied shock to 9th sister just to make sure she doesn't regain the taunt when I apply fracture. And then priority, as I said before, 7th sister, she's got a dispel, and then as well 5th brother and 8th brother, they both got AoE, so those should be your priorities, so that the rest of the guys just keep getting stuck behind the taunt on your short trooper. So we go, I'm just kind of going all out on here on 7th sister, try to get her down. There you go, purge applied, perfect. Lucky dodge there. Anyway, let's just go ahead here, do another Force Crush, another Merciless, and now we can just go ahead, get 7th sister out, and now we just have to kind of keep 5th brother and 8th brother under control, just so that they don't use their AoEs, and even your, you know, low gear 7th sister should have no issues surviving here. But again, plenty ways to do this feat. This is just a team that I used. Just, you know, there is some synergy between 7th sister and Palpatine's lead, so I can then also get a purge applied a few more times, because 7th sister on the Palp's lead, even though she's low gear, she'll be getting turns and she'll be able to get that purge flowing. Alright, so let's go ahead now and do Hokey Allegiance. Again, many ways to do this, but remember in GSC I've used General Grievous often versus Inquisitors, even Grand Inquisitor, and they totally steamroll these guys. There are no Jedi, no Sith, no unaligned Force users in Grievous team, so you can just go ahead and smash them. What's up with 5th brother? You cannot hide Jedi. It's like there are no Jedi here. That just seems like a random comment, isn't it? But anyway, as soon as you get your things going, I mean, your target lock spreading, they're resisting to begin with a little bit, but obviously the more they resist, the more potency we get for our droid, separatist droids here. Then Grievous does his AoE, target locks everywhere, turn meter engaged. Obviously 7th sister, as mentioned before, she's a little bit annoying, so you do want to get her out as fast as you can, but first need to get around the 9th sister. There we go, call assist. Let's finish off 7th sister as well, and you know, you can just pretty much hit auto at this point. There's nothing that these guys can do because we didn't bring any Jedi here, right? This is pretty much it, very straightforward here. I mean, it's just sector 1, usually sector 1, you know, it's not all that challenging, because we don't have those crazy feats anymore, right? Recovering health, defeating 3 enemies in the center and stuff like that, so the feats have been simplified since then. And that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully this video was useful and helpful, showing you what teams I used here in sector 1 versus both mini and final boss battles. Let me know how you guys are getting on in Conquest so far on day 1, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.